Fellow Toastmasters, in this room, who speaks English? You two? Who speaks Korean?
Of course.
Oh, sorry. What's the difference between Korean and English? There are many differences. Let's find out. Here's the Korean alphabet right there. Which alphabet's that?
Russian.
It's like
Close.
It's like Thai? Thai?
No.
Thailand or
What's this alphabet?
Egypt. Ancient Egypt.
not hieroglyphics.
Childhood language.
There are many alphabets in the world. The English alphabet is different from these alphabets. How so? In the Korean alphabet, there's only one way to write a certain letter of the alphabet. These alphabets too. Here's the Russian alphabet and the English alphabet. Can you notice a difference between them?
Only the
Small.
small
Right.
letters.
Big letters, small letters. English is a little different, or the Latin alphabet. How? These are different. These are different. These are different. Here, they're all the same. It doesn't matter.
Same.
Right. Kind of leads to the question, what's the point? By making it a different one, this makes English easier to read. Let's go on. Here's an English sentence.
Korean.
In June, I shall visit Canada and watch my favorite team, the Giants, play hockey with my friend Aaron. What are the important words? Aaron, Canada, Giants, June.
Proper noun.
Yes.
Right. When you read English, the important words usually have a big letter. In Korean, this does not exist, which makes reading it harder. I'm forced to read every word. For instance, when I read books, here's a secret. I don't read every word. I just find the big letters. Wow. The sentence is about that. So, example. The sentence is about going to Canada and I'll see my friend Aaron. Where's Aaron here? Is there somewhere? It's not obvious because there's no big letter. Here, is this actually a country? You don't know.
No.
Could be a store. Could be a box.
Yes.
Other Asian languages have the same problem.
Yes.
Japanese, Chinese, Bengali, cat language. Cats don't use capital letters either. Rashid, what does that actually say?
Yes, say. You ready to pronounce?
Say it.
Yeah, say.
জুন মাসে আমি কানাডায় যাব এবং আমার পছন্দের 10টি দেশ
Yeah.
I dare you to translate that. Russian. As we saw earlier, the Russian letters are the same big and small. So when I read it, it's hard too, because it's not obvious. This could be a small one, it could be a big one. This could be big, this could be small.
Yes.
Here, they're all the same size. When I read Russian, it goes a little slowly. I'm forced to read everything.
Yes.
English, oh, there we go. Korean, But if you use capital letters too much, this makes reading even harder. When I was in Canada, my father ordered a tent in the mail. The instructions came too, but they're all like that. In caps lock, we couldn't quite understand it. It took us long, not because we're dumb, but because the person who wrote them up wasn't thinking. However, if you were to use only lowercase letters, you have the same problem. The best way to do this is to alternate. But you should use caps locks on the words that are important. tent. Pigs, find the pigs. Canvas, find that. Corners, this is important. Locate it. The middle pig and the tallest pig, pay attention to this. Find the rope. Tie it to each corner and a knot. If we had these instructions, rather than that, we could have finished it in 10 minutes. But because we had this, it took us 13 minutes. 3 minutes we can't get back. In English, it likes to capitalize every proper noun. Names, whether it's a day of the week or a month. Sunday has a big letter, December 2. However, French and Spanish don't follow that. This is a small letter. December 2 is also small. That's odd. Why would they do that? German is the opposite. Just like English, big S, big D. Easy to read. Russian follows Spanish and French. No, mine is not. Asian languages, you follow a different format. You don't have a name, a word for the name of the month. Instead, you have to use a number. I always found that odd. And for a day of the week, when I read it, I have to really pay attention. Because I'm not sure if this symbol applies to that word. This symbol could apply here. This symbol could actually apply there. Or maybe this is two different words. It's not obvious to me when I read it. German is a great language. It capitalizes every noun. Person, place, or thing. When I read German, I read it faster than I do English. For instance, English. The other day I met my friend Ryan. French, big letter.
Yes.
Easy. He and I went to the beach. Oh, good. Right there. We drank some coffee. Coffee's important. We met some people. Oh, good. Then we had time. Oh, that's good. The stranger, right there. We saw a cat on the car. In class, if you ask everyone there, circle the important words. It's easy. Find all the big letters.
Yes.
The sentence is about that. Translate that to Korean. Find the important words. You have to guess. Maybe it's this. Capital confusion. I bought some china from China. What does that mean? I think John is sitting on the John. We all know max. Well, push it to the max. On my mark, make sure I mark. Sees the marks. My name 3 times. The context changes each instance. I went to Java, drank some Java, and programmed Java. Whenever I send a text message, if you've ever seen this, take note. I use capital letters even when I don't have to. I try to avoid confusion. For instance, I'll put a capital letters on a word I think is important. Because when you read a text message, when you see a big word, oh, pay attention.
Yes.
Can you do this in Korean? No. Font, highlight, big. Doesn't work that way. English is really easy to do. Twitter should definitely use capital letters. Who wants to read the first one? What does that actually say?
Whoa.
Can you-
Attention.
Pan Island, Pan Island. What does that say? Who's feeling brave? Who represents?
Yes.
What's the third one say?
We love therapists.
We love therapists.
Yes. I know the game now.
What's this one?
Express
What's your language?
Molestation, nursery.
Bar station, nursery.
Molestation nursery is. What does it say?
Speed of art.
Speed of art.
Speed of art. What does that say? Be careful with that one. I don't use Twitter. I have a life. If I did, I would use capital letters. In hockey, there's a team called this. This is a brilliant design. Why? They're called the Washington Capitals, and they use lowercase letters. It's an oxymoron. It's genius. Fellow Toastmasters, these are my capital ideas. Thank you.